Hi, I'm Edison,
I'm DC.
and welcome to Femmes React. DC wants to do a bit of shouting out.
I want to shout out to the followers over on the Twitter page. Nathan Elegant. Oh my goodness! If I pronounce your names wrong,
We're already
sorry.
cancelled. They hate us already.
Yeah.
Great job,
Oh well.
DC. Oh man.
Too bad you already tuned in. Nicholas, Pearl Shell, Daniel Martin, Lionel C. Kimball. We actually kind of talked. And also, special shout out to Honoriel. Sorry, I was practicing that one. And
She's another reactor, isn't she?
She's another reactor who follows us on Twitter, and she does reacting and stuff like that. So I wanted to shout out to her. Also, I was briefly in a little Twitter space that BL Lovers Link was having, talking about stuff. So, and Ani Riel was in there too. So, yay. Also know that everybody who's already interacted with the Twitter page, know that I get right back to you and I answer. So we're there for you.
Okay, so yeah, DC's managing our Twitter page. So if you haven't joined our Twitter and followed it, please go and do so. Anyways, we are watching KinnPorsche episode 7 this week. We're a bit late because my life is terrible, but my opinions have been quite consistent. Something that I read over the week was in, I think, a Teen Vogue magazine, where the actors talked about the show being about grey morality and not presenting characters or anything as black and white. And that made me kind of suspicious of the intention of the creators. And so when I'm having the comments and the conversations with people about KinnPorsche, there are sort of not to generalize, but kind of two camps of thoughts that extend from whether or not the bathroom scene was consensual. And if you did think it was ambiguous or, somewhat dubious, then you've seen the show through a particular lens in the following episodes. And if you didn't think it was consensual, you've seen the following episodes as them going through the trauma and then going through the apology. But I don't feel like it's clear cut. And I think when we talked last week, shows like Not Me have a clear, conscious message and thematic ideas that they do present clearly and do explore. In comparing that, KinnPorsche wants to stay in moral ambiguity and moral grayness. And so to me, they've never decided to draw the line on the consent issue, on the bathroom scene, whether it was wrong or not. I feel like Kinn apologized, and maybe it is within his character to apologize very vaguely, but everything has been made vague on purpose so that they want to do this weird exploration of morality, which is cool in some aspects, but I feel like we need to draw the line somewhere. And so in terms of consent, I don't know how much grey morality there is there. I feel like it was clearly non-consensual what Kinn did. And, if the narrative was about whether or not he's a bad person because of that, that could be the moral sort of exploration. But I think we need to start at the point of acknowledging what was wrong, and we haven't done that. I think what we've done is Kinn, has expressed guilt for potentially a number of reasons. It could be, crossing the line of consent, but it could also be pursuing a relationship with a bodyguard, or it could be sleeping with someone that he doesn't have a relationship with, it's weird initiating a relationship, I think, if you don't know how the other person is feeling. And for me, none of the narratives make sense that Porsche has feelings for Kinn. I thought it was really great and romantic in the last scene of the last episode, but I don't see Porsche's journey in being attracted to Kinn, which makes me sort of question the show a bit more, because there were some comments that he's in sort of a Stockholm syndrome situation, and I'm that could be valid. I'm not an expert on abusive relationships or psychology, but there's not much explanation for why Porsche's in love with Kinn at this stage. And it could be that or it could be that he's had, budding feelings all this time, and episode 5 was really an exploration of that, you know? Instead of the trauma which I wrote, it could just be like him being, dude, you slept with me, why aren't you, you know, addressing that and still treating me like dirt, you know? I thought we had something more, like, I don't know. I just don't think it's a show where I can land on anything, and I think they're doing that on purpose.
To say that, like, everything in the world is ambiguous and there's always a gray whole area to this and that, I think that's problematic. You have their basic some rights and wrongs, and I think you're right. As far as the consent goes, it wasn't consent. I don't get this show. I don't get what they're doing. I don't get what they're trying to develop. I don't see, like, there was something about somebody in the organization and things like that, but I think all of that is being, like, sidestepped for all of this other kind of junk that's being put out there. I don't know. I've noticed in a lot of other BLs where you have the main story and the relationship is either developing with that main story or, you know, is weaved within that. I feel like this relationship is like something different, and it actually opposes and actually doesn't add to anything so far. And this is so far, it doesn't add anything to the main story.
I think the relationship for me is just, it's developing Kin. Like, Porsche doesn't really get much of a say in terms of the storyline, and it's kind of like, it's all about how it affects Kin's mafia leading style, and how if the relationship will become an obstacle in how he stays alive or, like, tries to become the head of his clan. So that's where I see things tie in. Porsche doesn't have much agency besides his, like, secret, which I'm interested in finding out. But yeah, I mean, like, the story is fun. I like all the rest of it. I just don't trust the creators at this point, and it's just like people are giving them credit for somewhat addressing the assault, and, like, fair enough, it's, like, much better than other shows which don't even see it as assault. They just go, oh, this is the start of a relationship, but still, like, the bar is so low that it's just like, I don't feel like it's good enough to give them an applause at this stage. I don't know. It feels like a trick. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like, I don't trust them. Because they were like, hey, butt scene, episode 4. And then everyone was like, wow, look at these butts, you know, all over Twitter, all over YouTube. They got that, you know, they got that response. They're trending every week, and they have this responsibility to present or clarify what that relationship was. Is it a lot better than the source material? Sure, but this is gonna reach what? So many people internationally. I just think when it represents BL, queer relationships, queer narratives, we need to be a bit more careful. Anyways, I keep saying the same thing, so we'll just get watching. Yeah. But, like, honestly, if anybody can pinpoint how Porsche fell in love with Kin, like, let me know. Like, I just, like, we get so much of Kin's perspective where he's kind of, like, drawing away, where he's like, only kiss people if you like them.
The thing about that, and this is why I also like to watch the whole series, is because
if you look at something like the Theory of Love showed one perspective for the first half, and then showed the other partner's perspective the second half. So there's always that can be here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, this was a great moment, I reckon. But for me, like, Porsche's feelings came out of nowhere, so I'm just kind of like, I wish there was more investment for me. Who?
Don.
Like the guy in the first episode? What? Just a casual grenade? Oh my god.
Well, you know, Porsche's like, I'll catch a grenade for you.
Alright, Bruno Mars, this is not the time. When does a grenade explode? When you pull the pin? Like...
It depends. If you also, you pull the pin so you can pull the, like, little clip on it. There's like a little clip on there.
But I'm like,
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
exploding. I'm like, get
No,
it.
it's not exploding because he's holding it. If you let go and also that little bar goes, then it's a live grenade. It's still not live yet.
My god, that's so scary. The thing I like about KinnPorsche is I always love an ensemble cast, and just seeing all the bodyguards is really nice.
Yeah.
But what are they trying to blow up? Like the casino? Or... Oh god, Pete. Oh god, Pete. So Pete knows how to, what, keep it from exploding? Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone, like, evacuate. There's literally a bomb here.
So as long as he keeps the grenade together, it's not going to explode. The pin allows you to take the little thing apart.
Is it, like, are the bodyguards getting their asses kicked by this one dude?
See? And then... See that little clip?
Oh my god. Who are they trying to kill?
Probably just everybody.
I think it was a fake, right? A decoy? No. Oh, okay. Is she pressing on the pin? I hope so. Okay, Vegas is here.
Torture actually doesn't work in getting out information. When you're interrogating people, you actually have to gain their trust.
Oh, we'll use that information for next time.
Let me try.
What the fuck?
Oh no, he's gonna do some sick, creepy stuff.
He's Vegas. Oh, he's going American Psycho on him. If you've not seen that movie or read the book.
I have not, and I don't. I don't want to witness this. Get my babies out of the room. You should not be watching this. Pete, you should not be watching this. That's so gross. I really hope, like, the Vegas simps have, like, halved from this scene. Oh my god.
No, because they're like, ooh, toxic is sexy.
That's a tooth, right?
ป้าไม่เห็นบอกว่างานนี้จะให้คนนอกมายุ่งด้วย
จะเห็นว่ามันเป็นเรื่องด่วนเลยไม่มีจังหวะได้บอกก่อนนี่ถ้าไม่ได้เวกัสไปช่วยไว้ป่านนี้จะเป็นยังไงบ้างไม่รู้รักษาตัวให้หายก่อนดีกว่าถ้าฝืนไปเกิดอะไรพลาดพลั้งขึ้นมันจะไม่คุ้มนะ
I like his voice. It's very common.
Apparently Vegas's dad is homophobic, and I'm like, are you? With that necktie?
ก็เหมือนกันนั่นแหละจริงไหมครับเฮีย
Ass cough.
Oh, the ass clock. What is it? Ass cough.
No, ascot.
Ascot.
There you go.
Okay.
มันเองก็ไม่รู้ที่อยู่ของดอนครับ แต่มันรู้ว่าดอนกำลังจะซื้อยาล็อตใหญ่จากเฮียหวัง
Let's not laugh at Big Wang. Okay.
เชื่อแล้วว่าเราใหญ่จริง
What? No, I was just coughing.
Oh, okay. I'm the one that's not laughing at Big Wang. I hope it's not difficult to find Big Wang. Okay, well, that's not even a joke I make.
แล้วจะทำยังไง
What are you?
I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay.
I didn't even notice his name was Big Wang, okay?
กูปฏิเสธแล้ว
Oh my god. I'm not okay.
มันอยากได้ทุกอย่างที่เป็นของกูนั่นแหละ
It's everything that belongs to me.
มึงรู้
You're saying that
Yeah,
ในบ้านกูถึงมีตระกูลหลัก
Porsche belongs to him.
มึงต้องกลับมาหากู
Ken is all of a sudden simping for Porsche?
He's always been simping for Porsche. He's just like let his guard down and opened his heart last episode.
Oh. Oh, you're still recovering. Let me give you a hug. Ow! Ow! Ow!
I still cannot see Porsche in love with Kin at this point. I don't know why.
Like, does Vegas have any other color besides red in his wardrobe?
ใช่สิ
Yeah, he wore like white, I think, before when he was kidnapping Porsche.
Just to throw Porsche off.
Oh, that's true.
Red is the color of love and blood.
แม่งมีหมูปิ้งด้วยว่ะ
Oh my god, don't get distracted. This is not what I would expect from you.
Look, he needs his protein for those arms.
That's true. He's freaking massive. I mean, there was that Twitter photo, like, burning up everyone's pages.
Burning up your page.
Where's Perth?
Burning up your page.
Oh my god.
ต้องการอะไรก็บอก
So, okay, they're working with Vegas to track down Don, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're just going to Vegas's base.
Well, he wants to show the softer side to Vegas, where people respect him out of like, oh, trying to win Porsche over. Be like, see, I'm not bad. You just hear bad about me.
I don't think Porsche thinks, yeah, Vegas is bad at all.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. Jessica Rabbit.
Oh.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? The contrast between the main family and the secondary family, while it's similar, especially you have this big building and things like that. Except in the main family, it's a skyscraper. It's a high rise, and it's more corporate, business-like. Where Vegas in the side family, it's more of a like homegrown, like, oh, these are the people we aren't so far removed from what we're doing. The guards that were sitting at the table, they look like bouncers that you see at clubs and things like that. So this contrast is very interesting.
It's baby Macau. Dude, he fought with a teenager. How embarrassing. Wait, is he drinking beer at like 16? Okay, whatever. Oh wait, the beer's for Porsche. I'm so slow right now.
พี่ไปติวที่บ้านเชษแทนแล้วกัน
Oh. I wonder if he has like any leads to the Porsche mystery.
He's out there right now.
เดี๋ยวพี่เข้าไปช่วยซ่อมให้แล้วกัน
He's such a baby. It's so hard to see a relationship develop between them.
ครั้งสุดท้ายที่เห็นแกเป็นแบบนี้เนี่ย ก็ตอนที่แกคบกับตะวัน แต่ก่อนเนี่ยนะ ป้ามีมีดประจำตัวอยู่เล่มหนึ่งคมมาก ขนาดตัดเรียนยังขาดเลย แต่ป้าก็ชอบเอามาปอกแอปเปิ้ลให้ม้า
This Godfather music is killing me.
รู้ตัวอีกทีนะน้ำหวานๆของแอปเปิ้ลน่ะมันก็ทำให้มีดขึ้นสนิม
Oh,
เลยไม่ขาดอีกเลย
he's saying love makes you weak. I get it.
เข้าใจที่ป้าพูดใช่ไหม
I'm buying what you're selling. Love does make you weak.
Do you agree?
I agree, but if you want to be weak, that's your prerogative. I mean, like,
รีบๆกลับมานะ
everyone has a choice
คู่เรา
to be cold and strong or weak and in love.
You still haven't gotten over that whole like not me thing where he just forgot about his revenge.
The story is obviously going to prove Kin's dad was wrong. And it's going to be like, oh, love is going to make you stronger and all that stuff. But, I mean, Kin's already made some mistakes based on his love of Porsche. And so it's just like, prove him wrong. Because you haven't done that at all.
People, oh, love makes you wrong. No, like sometimes people were fucking up before they were in love. Like, I don't think it's, people like to blame love, but like the incompetence is like a priori love. So
That's true. It's not love, Kin, it's just you.
ผมรู้ พี่ชอบมอไซค์เอาเลยไม่ต้องเกรงใจ
what? No, he like, don't do it. Don't do it.
This whole operation is to win Porsche over.
We're on the same team now, you and I. ผมไม่อยากให้มีอะไรคาใจกันนะ
Gosh, his accent is so good.
เอาจริงๆแล้ว
Oh, these pants.
I'm sorry, but
นี่พ่อแม่บอก
like nobody's getting in my house if you ain't call ahead. I don't.
โดนรถชนนะครับ
You're not getting in.
เสียตั้งแต่ผมยังเด็กแล้วครับ
Don't come randomly showing up at my door or knocking or anything like that because you're not getting in.
Wait, did he get him a guitar?
You cannot buy love. However, you can put a down payment on it with a guitar.
เฮ้ย
I mean, I feel like Porsche's already in love with Jeff, with Kim.
And also put a down payment on it with a bike.
ผม
Oh my god, it's so funny that the same height. Oh, that's cute.
มากหรอกโอเคพี่คิม ขอบคุณนะครับ
That
He's such a baby. Oh my god, he's so young.
ได้ โอเค งั้นเดี๋ยวผมรีบกลับมานะ
Oh my god, Kim, you should give him some cash.
that is not happening.
Kim,
I'm not leaving nobody home in my house. Unless you picking up a bill, you cannot stay in my house when I'm not there. When I go, everybody get your hats and coats. You're coming with me.
oh yeah, they could just be trying to date you for your family secrets. I mean, here you go. What's the family secret? Is this gonna end up being like a punchline, or is it gonna be something interesting? Oh, it's Porsche's shrine to Kim.
Is it even really a BL if like one of the characters don't have a shrine to one of their crushes?
Is it moving if you see that? I don't know. I mean, it just reminds me of how much of a kid he is. Yeah.
They had in 2 Moons, they have in Secret Crush on You. So it's a thing.
อย่าบอกนะว่าไม่เคยมีความรักอะ
What?
ก็เคยมีนะครับ แต่ว่าชอบใครอยู่ปะ
Nope. Not at all.
Oh,
Nope.
teenage crushes. That's so cute. Just like, oh,
คนหนึ่งครับ
that's so coy.
แล้วเขาเป็นใครอะ พี่ไม่รู้จักหรอก
It's Hannah Montana.
Oh my god.
เขาเป็นคนยังไงอะ
I could not watch that show. Lizzie McGuire is the OG.
คู
That's so Raven.
เล่นดนตรีเก่ง แล้วก็ใจดีมาก
Oh, head
That's-
touch.
That's not what tutors do. What?
ๆ เดี๋ยวก็เย็นหมดหรอก
Touching in the head.
Gosh.
ได้ยินข่าวว่าบ้านโน้นเลี้ยงมึงดี มีเบียร์ให้กินด้วยนี่
S-
ไอพี่บอกเหรอ แล้วจริงไหม
So?
จริงอะ
What? What's the point that he's making?
บ้านโน้นดูบริการอย่างกับเพื่อน โคตรอบอุ่นเลย
Right.
หรือที่สำคัญ
Right.
ถ้ากูทำภารกิจสำเร็จ เขาให้บิ๊กไบค์กูด้วยนะเว้ย มันโคตรป๋าเลยว่ะ มันเอามึงไปเป็นบริการหรือเป็นเมียวะ
Or a wife.
ที่มึงถามเนี่ย
Cause she jelly.
ถือว่าหึง
He's allowed to be jealous, so
Yeah, but like, Ken, use your words. Talk about your feelings.
ผมขอพาบริการพี่กลับก่อนนะครับ
Ooh.
แผนกันต่อ แต่ถ้ายังคุยธุระกันไม่เสร็จ
ตามสบาย ตอนนี้มันเป็นของมึง มึงอยากทำอะไรก็เอาเลย
these emotional moments that Porsche has seem so out of character that I don't really read into it. Like him feeling disgruntled that Kin was a bit cold. I don't understand that side of him.
เป็นคนพี่ลองเคยมีแฟนคนหนึ่งชื่อตะวัน เป็นคนแรกเลยมั้งที่เขาจริงจังด้วยอะแ ดูหลงเขาดี แต่คบไปคบมาตามนิสัยพี่รอง เริ่มระแวงว่าเขาจะเป็นสายที่แก๊งอื่นส่งมาล้วงความลับ
แล้วก็เลิกกัน หลังนั้นกลายเป็นคนเย็นชา โคตรเด็กเลยว่ะ
เปล่าพี่
No, he killed him.
ทิ้ง
But
หลังจากนั้นเขาก็ไม่เคยไว้ใจใครอีกเลย
I mean, obviously that's not the whole truth, but goodness gracias,
ไม่ได้กูแดงนะ
that's definitely gonna scar Kin.
เรื่องความรู้สึกอะฝืนไปมันก็เท่านั้น รักก็คือรัก หรือมึงยังไม่ลืม
His friends are treating his feelings really casually. I mean, like, if it was a situation where he had an ex that betrayed him that he had to
ดู
kill,
ออกละ
I don't think I would just be like, oh, you're in love again, ooh.
ความรักไม่ได้ซับซ้อน แต่ที่ซับซ้อนอะคือมึง
If he has trauma from a previous relationship, they're treating it so casually. They're kind of like, love isn't hard, don't sweat it, but maybe something didn't really happen that was that serious.
right.
I don't know.
So the whole thing we're hearing right now about that post, that last relationship, is from the perspective of Vegas. Vegas, we know, is a shifty little person who's trying to manipulate stuff and get his own way. We also don't know how long ago it was. It could be like last week, last year, or like 10 years ago. Who knows? And we don't really know what that relationship was really like.
Yeah, but we know it
I think we're
affects
gonna have
him to this day. He doesn't kiss his
No,
twinks, you know?
A lot of masculine guys don't do that.
Oh, okay.
กูไม่อยากกลับไปเป็นแบบเดิมแล้วอะ
He's like, love didn't make you weak.
ปล่อยใจตัวเองบ้าง
You're weak. Has nothing to do with
เกิ
love.
นไปแล้ว
Okay, but like legitly, if Kin is traumatized, I mean, it's
But also, when we say trauma, there's not one way to be traumatized by anything, and not how another person affects or is affected by it. So that's there's only one way to get shot. So
wow, wow.
damn. Well, they are not the henchmen from last episode. What? Really?
Okay, Porsche. Wow, Pete, did you kill all these people on your? Okay,
It was Arm.
it was Arm.
Yes.
Really, you're wearing a long sleeve shirt.
Because he got rights. He got rights to bear arms. No, I'm just kidding. How about these guns? Keep all the jokes in. Don't edit them out.
Ew, Jesus Christ, Vegas.
Nasty. Nasty.
Oh my god. I cannot deal. Alright, now he's in green.
Right. He's like, okay, that's a nice little
He's like, Christmas is my favorite season.
right. Ho ho ho. Merry Christmas.
Oh, Pete. Getting some intel.
Why did you go inside?
Okay.
Looking for something?
Yikes. Don't make a sound, Kin. I mean, Vegas.
หาทางกลับห้องไม่เจอครับคุณเวกัส
Now he's calling his little boo friend to wish him good night. What you wearing, baby? How you? And he's gonna be like, no, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. Little high school stuff.
I mean, I probably would do that.
Can't do that with me. No, you hang up, Click. Just go to sleep.
Is Porsche really like that insecure kind of person? Like it seems so out of character to me that he's. I mean Porsche. Is Porsche really like that kind of? Does Porsche really need all that reassurance? Like,
It would be nice. What the fuck is he doing there?
he's just coming across so needy. Oh, you got me a gun. That's so sweet.
Oh. It's his lucky gun.
It's the one I shot my ex-boyfriend with.
Nothing says I love you like.
กูไม่ได้พกปืนแค่กระบอกเดียวนะเว้ย นี่ก็ปืนอีกกระบอกกู
This is my rifle. This is my gun.
เสร็จแล้วกูต้องรีบเอามาคืน
This is for shooting. This is for fun.
หรือว่าใช้ต่อซ้ำได้เรื่อย
Full Metal Jacket.
ๆ ถ้ามึงอยากรู้ก็ต้องลองเลยสัก3-4 นัด
Getting all the
เริ่ม
references.
มาจากตอนแรกเป็นปืนสั้น ตอนนี้เป็นแมกนัมแล้ววะ
Is that a gun in your pocket? Or are you just happy to... Well, it actually is a gun in my pocket.
Came all this way just to kiss your forehead.
Why are we playing Kim's song for Kid? Feels so weird to have his brother's song here. I'm just like, leave that song to Porsche and him.
There is like a little parallel between them.
I don't even know. Like, just keep your songs separate. Like, don't
Make up your own song.
intertwine your songs. It's confusing.
It always happens by the docks.
Gosh, that was casual Vegas. He was just like, pew, pew.
Vegas is a killer. He was torturing people at the beginning. Vegas don't care.
งานให้เสร็จแล้วครับ ขอบคุณที่ช่วย
He's gonna shoot Mr. Wang. He's gonna kill Mr. Wang. Okay. Classic Vegas. Classic.
That classic Vegas, I tell you.
Oh god.
Paid you. Sold your information to us. So we decided to return the favor.
Is that gonna work?
What do you want?
The major clan sent me here to resolve the issue at the casino. Let bygones be bygone. Let me show you your product.
Is this a trap? What is going on?
Where's Kid and the rest of them?
Are they in the truck, ready to shoot everyone? There we go. Wow.
Let me show you your product. Bam, bam, bam.
Wow. Oh gosh, our baby's arm and Pete shooting everybody. Not getting hit.
That's because
They just let the side characters die. Alright, good for ya. Those were
They
Vegas's
took out-
bodyguards.
they took out they took lessons how to aim from the Stormtrooper Academy.
This is so dangerous. I mean, obviously. Is Pete and Arm not gonna help out? Like, how are they? Oh, yeah, because that, yeah, Pete couldn't get that. Yeah.
Traditore.
Riposa in pace.
Hey, why are you giving us this POV? Okay. What's going on with Perth? He was like barely in the last episode of Kitty Pie, and now he's not here.
เข้าไปคุยกับพวกมัน
Hmm.
แล้วยัง
รู้จังหวะว่าพวกผมจะยิงกราดตอนไหนเพราะว่าผมไม่เหมือนพี่รองไง
Per's back at the main house.
เหมือนที่พอชก็เชื่อใจว่าผมจะหมอบทันครั้งแรกนะที่เราทำงานด้วยกันมาอยู่กับผมนะ
No.
ผมเนี่ยนะใช่สิ
Don't do it.
ต้องมีอิสระอยากทำอะไรก็ทำแม้แต่การเปิดบาร์เล็กๆริมทะเล
How does he know that?
รู้ได้ไงว่าผมอยากเปิดบาร์คนอย่างผมอะถ้าสนใจใครไม่มีอะไรที่ผมไม่รู้
He only told Kin at their little heart to heart,
Just think about it
right? Who else did he tell?
Ken's about to show up and be like, "Excuse me, hello, how you doing?"
Oh yeah, that looked like an accident.
Oh my goodness.
โอเคเดี๋ยวผมช่วยถอด
He doesn't need to take anything off, it's just a little spillage. Oh, Kin. Wow. Wow. Kin, you better not be angry at Porsche. He's drunk.
มึงทำเหี้ยอะไรฮะกูไม่ได้ทำอะไร มึงไม่เคยไว้ใจกูเลย มึงยิงกูดิ ยิงกูเหมือนที่มึงยิงแฟนเก่ามึงอะ
Ooh.
มึงเนี่ยมันล้านกว่าที่คิดไว้เยอะเลย กูไม่น่ารักคนเหี้ยๆมึง
What is your reaction?
I don't even know. Like,
พินเว้ยแต่กูแค่ไม่แน่ใจว่ามึงอะจะรู้จักหรือเปล่า มึงแน่ใจนะว่าใช่คนที่มึงเห็นจริงๆอะใช่ เนี่ย คุณตะวัน แฟนเก่าคุณคินที่ตายไปแล้ว
his ex is alive. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, episode 7 of KinnPorsche. Do we get that last scene out of the way? There was, I mean, like, I don't know what to say about it. There were sound effects. That was cute. It went on for longer than I thought it would. But that's KinnPorsche.
You know what?
You know what? That's KinnPorsche. I don't think they did any. I think they stopped halfway to hug.
Nah, yeah. It was a completed act.
I don't want to analyze the act, or I don't want to analyze that moment.
It was glad that they were in the bathroom so that way he could wash his hands after.
Their relationship is so weird, honestly. One part I like, get people can be multidimensional. Porsche has this bravado, this, you know, self-esteem levels that are very high. And when he's thinking about Kinn, he is written in a way where he feels like a teenager, or like just kind of like, why don't you trust me? Or like, he's so like insecure in that relationship, and he's constantly needing reassurance, and it just seems really unnatural and weird to me that that's been his sort of like character when he's been in love all this time. I just don't buy it.
He has bravado and things like that, but it's like when he's in love, you want that reassurance for somebody who you're in love with, because you're intimate with them and you're vulnerable with them, and they can see that soft, squishy part of you. Kinn being the person you open up that soft, squishy part to, I don't know if that's the right choice. That would be the right choice for me. I get that. I get where he wants that reassurance from the person that he loves. That's where that want of reassurance comes from.
Were you buying it? Like when he was like, I should have never fallen in love with someone like you. I'm just like, I just can't imagine that character saying that. Like, it seems so.
If it's his first love, if this is his first love, if this is his first relationship, if this is his first go round, yeah, I could kind of see it. I think it's also a very immature love. It's a juvenile love, as opposed
It's so juvenile. I mean, like, they're adults in an adult mafia world, and their love is so juvenile. They're like teenagers again. What? It's just like one's jealous and one's insecure, and it's just it takes me out of the adult relationship that this is meant to be. So I don't know.
But I think the way that we become mature is through experiences. Now, if you have life experiences, you'll be mature in life. But if you have no experience with love, you have no way to kind of like grow with that. And so your first love is going to be juvenile, because there's no conversation, no, hey, this is how I'm feeling or anything like that. That's something you would expect with somebody who has a mature love, but also you get maturity through doing tons of the wrong shit. Like, you're always doing wrong things. That's what wisdom is. That's what experience is you go out and live life wrongly.
All right. I think you're giving them way too much credit. I just reckon it's really bad writing. I feel like they're implanting someone else's relationship dynamic and trope into this one. I just don't think it's correct to see those personalities jump out of nowhere. It's like, I don't even know who Porsche is really at this point. Okay, all right. This episode, there's a lot happened. There's this whole mission that I feel like Vegas led. At the back of my mind, I feel like maybe Vegas set this whole thing up to get close to Porsche. You know, when Don was like, you're a traitor. He was brought in on the plan, but then backstabbed at one point. And it's just like, it's such a change of pace to see so much like violence this episode, because then you're like, all these characters, you know, that I liked, I'm like, oh shoot, you know, they're killing people. Oops. It's like a reminder that, you know, it's just, I know it's like a dark show, but the tone shifts so much from like each minute that I'm kind of just like, 1 minute it's comedy, and then the next minute it's just like bam, 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 and it's so jarring. Even with characters like Pete, who you're like, oh wow, he's such a, you know, a nice, good boy. All of a sudden, you know, just like loading lead into a bunch of other people. I don't know. It's interesting.
First of all, like, I'm glad about the violence and all this other kind of stuff that's happening. However, I do wish the violence was a little bit choreographed a little bit better. Because I do watch a lot of action movies, do watch a lot of violence and stuff like that. And I was just like, I wish it was a little bit better.
It was pretty much for the sake of getting their bodies on top of each other.
Right. But like, even if you like look at John Wick or some of those other kind of stuff, that choreographed fight scenes and gunplay is phenomenal. But on this episode also, I saw the what Vegas was doing is about comparing and contrasting him to Ken, and that all kind of flew out the window near the end there, where Vegas was doing what he did before a couple of episodes again, but just Vegas was getting Porsche inebriated just so he could take Porsche. And that's the whole thing, is that his seeing of Porsche is that he wants to take Porsche from Ken. That is his only value. And he wants to take him any way that he can. And especially with we treat our guards nice and we see them, all this other kind of stuff. And it was actually working on Porsche. Because Forte was like, wow, they treat everybody better over here and stuff like that. But a leopard can't change the spots, so you got what you got at the end there. Also, I like the parallel with Porsche and Kim, and especially with Kim finding the little shrine to him, and also just like, I don't know, but this is the thing that I don't know. I don't know if Kim is actually starting to like Porsche, or it's convenient for him. Like, he wants to use Porsche's crush on him to get more information. So that's what's kind of like a little kind of unknown to me right now.
I think it's a little bit of both. You know, it's gonna intertwine. The way that Porsche has been written in the story so far, like, I don't know if if he feels like a stereotypical sort of like damsel, or like he's being fought over by two dudes, and then I just see him fitting a specific gendered role in traditional romantic narratives than him being his own person. Like, I feel like there's a pattern of things that he's done and situations that he's been in, like been the one to be receiving assault or whatever. But it's just like, it feels like we've just queered a heteronormative sort of love story, but not done anything with that. We've just made it we just made it all men.
That is something also to note. Porsche has no agency. The only time that he had agency so far in this is when he came back for Ken. That was him making the decision. It seems throughout this, things are happening to Porsche. I totally agree with you, and that's just another conversation about just putting a queer face on straight relationships, or is not anything revolutionary. It's not radical. It's taking heteronormativity and making it a homonormativity. I like the violence. I like a little bit more stories going along. And I think that was a very interesting point that you pointed out when Don called him a traitor. I think it's Vegas, the inside mole. So yeah.
Well, I think Vegas set up the whole situation. He played all sides. Big Wang, Don. It's just like, yeah, I need to process this episode because I'm not too sure what exactly happened. I feel like he was the one who told Don that it was, chill for them to take over their territory, and then all of a sudden he's just like doing all this stuff to look good for the family. And we get to see a lot of dark sides of Vegas, including the sexual assault stuff. They were kind of like, oh, this is bad sexual assault, as opposed to good sexual assault. So like, that's a bit confusing. in the end, look, okay, let's just go back to what I liked. I like the story. I like the political sort of like mafia intrigue and everyone's backstory and why Kin's so damaged and who Tawan is and what's Porsche's secret in terms of why he's important. So
I really think this is one of those episodes where it's not a standalone episode in that you'll, as we go along, on the other episodes, you'll come back to this episode.
do I wish that they went into that much detail in other shows in terms of like what happens at the end of this episode? Sure, I do, but I feel like the love makes a lot more sense in other contexts than this one to me. This one, I'm just kind of like more confused about how things like progressed. It's just kind of like storyline and then bam, sex. And I just wanted some more interconnection between the storyline and the sexual acts.
I could see where Ken was falling for Porsche, especially out in wilderness, especially after sharing that thing, especially they were having intimacy alone, and especially with the cuffs and things like that. So I guess I can see that one-sided thing. I'm still waiting for the Porsche side of the drawing to be filled out, to be shaded in.
But the funny thing is, like, I'm caring less about the romance, you know, and more about the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Keen to see how everything progresses and whether Kin will grow stronger because of his love or if his dad was right. And, you know, I feel like the narrative is going to be like, somehow he's going to be stronger. Like how the ancient Greeks did it in the battlefield, right? Was it them who had the lovers in the armies, and so they were strong, like a better army because everyone was gay for each other. So it could be that. I mean, like, that's an example where love has made someone stronger. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching our reaction to episode 7 of KinnPorsche. Let us know what you think. Maybe you can explain the things in this episode better to me, but yeah, leave this video a like and give us your thoughts and your comments, and if you haven't subscribed to us, please consider doing so. And you can also follow us on Twitch if you want to say hi to DC. Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter. I have a Twitch page, but follow us on Twitter.
Anyways, we'll see you next week where, I don't know, where things...
His ex comes back, is not dead.
That's fun. I love a not dead ex. Yeah. Bye everyone.
Bye, see you later.